Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. I really hope you guys have enjoyed my past reviews. It's been some time since I posted last. I apologize about that. My other videos that I tried to post were not uploading, and when I scheduled them to upload, they didn't, so that's a little nerve-wracking. But today, nevertheless, we will be having a look at the Marvel Legends Spider-Man No Way Home Green Goblin figure. Now, originally, when these pre-orders dropped, I missed out on my pre-order window. I did not get to pre-order mine right away. And then they were out of stock till December, and then they were out of stock even then. I just saw him back up again, that he was in stock. It's been a while, but he's been back up in stock now. So yeah, I'm excited for this figure. I'm finally happy to get a Green Goblin for my collection. This will be my first Green Goblin, and it's MCU, and it's Green Goblin. It's just great. As you can see, very nice image of Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin right up there. Marvel Studios, Spider-Man No Way Home, Marvel Legends, Green Goblin. Very nice Spider-Man spot varnish logo at the top. Go ahead and flip to the side. As you guys can see, it's Green Goblin right there. Very nice from the film. Flip to the back. Marvel Legends shows you Green Goblin. Shows you everything he comes with. Very nice Willem Dafoe head sculpt. We'll get into that later. There's the other side, another render of him. Go ahead and back that up. There's another render of him. And then go ahead and flip down here. There is the UPC barcode, in case that helps anybody. So without further ado, let's go ahead and crack this guy open. Alrighty, we are back. So getting this guy out of packaging, oh my, this is a excellent figure. Well worth the 50 bucks. I will just say that right now. It is definitely well worth the 50 bucks. Let's go ahead and take a look at everything he comes with. When we're talking on a small scale, and yes, when we get into the figure's accessories, we will touch upon that more, but we'll get there in a second. Of course, he does come with these little ankle foot holders, I guess. They just peg into the glider, which we'll show that in a second, and they are labeled L and R. R's right there, L's right there. Very nice. So there's that. As well as he does come with his pumpkin bomb. Now, I would recommend opening this over a table or a surface, strictly because if you guys can see, the pumpkin bomb right here, very nice green, very movie accurate to what we saw in the grooves. So that's always nice. Very small though. That is really small. So I recommend opening this up over a table or a counter. Just be very careful. So there's that. And probably what my favorite two pieces from this figure is we get the Ring Goblin mask, and holy crap, Hasbro nailed this. Looks like it literally jumped right off the movie screen. Seriously, do get a little bit of marbling up top. Marbling's never really bothered me if it's in certain places, but the ears on this look green, the teeth, the eyes, the yellow eyes, those look really good. And then just that metallic matte finish to it, it's great. And there's the peg right there. So I know people complained about the Willem Dafoe Green Goblin mask. Personally, I'm a fan of it. The Green Goblin mask is really good, but that's just my personal opinion. And then you can see the teeth sculpted right there. That all looks good. So Hasbro nailed it with this. So there's that. And then probably the biggest accessory. Go ahead and lower my camera down for this. He comes with the glider. Now, there is a lot to talk about with this. Posability on this thing, I'm just going to slowly take this off the base. Oh yeah, it does also come with the base for the glider, so very happy about that, very pleased about that. Good job, Hasbro. Yeah, the glider this is great. Not much to say about it, really. I mean, it's Green Goblin's glider, but the nice silver, the nice purple, the textures on it, the details, the gunmetal gray, all the spikes, and all that good stuff. And if you flip to the back here, you can see with the underneath, there's where it pegs in. I would heat that up, and if you can't, I would just very carefully wiggle it in. That can sometimes be bothersome, but just figure I throw that out there. Flip to the side, there's what the back looks like. Very nice rotors, exhaust port, I guess. You can see all the rockets in the underside here. There's the rockets, there are those. And then here is, if you guys can see that, I don't know how well that'll pick up, but there is a green tint in there. So, I don't know. Again, I don't know how well that'll pick that up. My camera will pick that up, but there is a green tint in there. And then that's where the 2-foot holsters, I guess, peg in at right there. And then just very nice gunmetal gray overall. And then it does do that, so you can get it into multiple stances. So you can either have him like this, where he's flying normally, or you could have him posed like this, where the glider's like he's hopping on it, or it's just in rest mode, or I don't know. But nevertheless, very cool. Very cool accessory. And again, we already mentioned it, but the glider stand, very nice. Again, it's your simple glider stand, and I'm sure we've seen this piece, I don't know how many times, but there's that. So let's go ahead and jump into the Green Goblin himself. And holy crap, this guy is great. This guy is well-to-do. It is a great figure. There's not much more can be said, honestly. But when looking at him, truthfully, he is a great figure. I like all the detail, and definitely looks very movie accurate. So yeah, nice spikes here at the end of the movie. He uses those, and so very nice there. And got him over here too. So very nice. He does come with only 2 sets of hands. He comes with a fist over here and a wide open one over here to hold the pumpkin bomb, which I will demonstrate that here in a second. But yeah, there's a lot between all the detail, the gunmetal green, I guess, all the different tech pieces, and all the different like purple up here. And then if we lift that up, you can see that like broken piece right there. That all looks really cool. So and then you get the hoodie from the movie. So there's that. For this next section, bear with me. I'm gonna go ahead and swap this out. We're gonna talk about the many different various looks you can get him in, and then the last section will be the glider. So this section will be display options. Alrighty, we are back again. So here is display option number 1. You can have him without the hood, which this is just a softer plastic piece. The head does rest in here, so that's never been difficult to take on or off. Very nice, again, display options. Let's go ahead and take it to our third one. Can take these goggles off. Just very slowly take them off, which reveals the Willem Dafoe head, which, holy crap. This figure, the head sculpt on this figure, just the head sculpt itself, really does look like Willem Dafoe. Hasbro nailed the likeness. They nailed it to the teeth, to the eyes, to the hair, everything, to the even right down to the facial expression. It's all there, and it's all well done. I applaud you, Hasbro. Great job. But yeah, again, so if you want, you can get him in. At the moment, this is display option number 3. So here's display option 4. You can have him with the mask on, and even with the purple tunic, which if anybody's wondering how you get this off, I will demonstrate that, but there's that. Okay, here's the display option. I think this is either 6 or 7. I'm pretty sure it's 6. But yeah, again, if you don't want that purple coat or tunic on right here, yeah, so there's that. And I would count this as an accessory. I mean, I know it's already on him when you get him, but it's removable, so I'd count it as an accessory. But yeah, there's that. So that's kind of really basic. I mean, there's not a whole lot of purple going on, but kind of breaks it up decently well, I guess. Let's go ahead and jump into the next one. Whoops. Here is our 7th look. We can have him like this with the goggles on, which I'm pretty sure he appeared like this in the movie for maybe a second until he took his glasses off. And then, again, you can just very carefully remove these. Those just slide off. And there is look 8, which is just him looking like this, which kind of reminds me of Spider-Man 1, at the end of Spider-Man 1 when he's like this. So there's that. And then the final option, which is option 9, which is probably my favorite out of all of them, which is just basically signature Green Goblin. I mean, there's no other way to put that. And there is number 9. Signature Green Goblin. This is probably how I'm going to have my guy displayed. I mean, yeah, you still have the No Way Home pieces, but like Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, or No Way Home. So I'm glad that Hasbro gives us a lot of accessories. So if we're talking total accessories with this guy, we're talking 10 accessories. If you're counting the different looks, if you're including the hood, the goggles, the tunic, I guess, the pumpkin bomb, the extra 2 heads, the foot holsters, the stand, and the glider. Yeah, you get 10 accessories with this guy, which is a decent amount, and it is definitely worth the $50. So let's go ahead and go over articulation, and then before articulation, afterwards, then we will jump into the glider, and after that, final thoughts and review. So let's go ahead and go over articulation. Both arms can come out to above 90, very nice. Come back down. He can twist. He can bend back that much, bend back this forward. His head can look up that much, can look much that down. Definitely do get a lot of tilt, very nice. And of course, 360. It does have bicep swivel on both. Pinless, double jointed, very nice. Hand twist and hinge on for both, which I will show how to display the pumpkin bomb here in a second. Go ahead and grab that. Just gonna go ahead and very carefully take it and put it in there, and it just slides right in there. And if you look, that is not gonna go anywhere. That is so small that is secure in there. You can get it back out, but it is a pain in the butt to get it out. So there's that. Talking about the legs, he does have drop down legs. Very nice. You can see the drop down feature there. They just push back up. Thigh cut, of course. Very nice thigh cut right there. Double jointed knees, pinless, of course, again, there. And then we come down here. Foot can go down that much, up that much, and twist. So there's that. Again, very nice. I'm really happy with the articulation on this guy. It's great. It just really is. It's great. So let me go ahead and jump into the glider next. Alrighty, so here's the glider section, and this is going to be very difficult. What I would recommend doing is doing this. I would recommend putting the feet pads on the figure first. So again, you're just gonna find it. You're gonna find the right one, which is over here. Almost put that on the wrong way. Just gonna go ahead and peg that in his foot, just like so. That just pegs in there, and then go ahead and peg in the other one, which again, that just pegs in there very nicely. So then you're going to take him, and what I like to do is I usually like to get him in a bend first, just that way it kind of bends his knees, that way it gets him ready for whatever, I guess. And you're going to come over to the glider. Very carefully, you're going to go ahead and twist and push, and that sometimes can happen, which it wouldn't be the first, it won't be the last. Go ahead and take this again, and then port those in. This one's kind of being stubborn on me right now, but give me a second here. I'll get it. There we go. Okay. So there he is without the display. But yeah, so that way if you wanted your goblin being bent or kind of hunched over-ish, you could always do that. So this is probably how primarily I'm going to have mine displayed. And you do get some articulation down here. It can twist and turn back and forth there, if you can see those pegs right in there. So very nice. For the base is a bit hard to get onto, but it definitely works. Kind of have to give it some force and continuously turn until it gets in there. It definitely gave me some issue the first time I did this, so we're gonna see. Hopefully it just, okay, there we go. Okay, cool. So that went in with no problems. And then again, if you want, you can have him, go ahead and back this up. Go ahead and move this up a little bit here. And that's what he looks like on his base. So there's that. And again, that definitely raises him up. So if you want him like that, you can. Or if you want him more in like I'll say more kind of like devious stance, I guess, you can very carefully do something like that. And that still works. Now, yeah, mind you, it is going to spread out the legs a little bit, but that's not bad. I just wouldn't do it like force it, just kind of slowly ease into it. But yeah, so there's that. Pretty simple stuff. The glider, actually, that's probably the smoothest that the glider stand or the base for the glider is actually ported in there. That's pretty good. So there's that. Let's go ahead and talk about my final thoughts and reviews on this thing. For what you get for $50, and I've said this multiple times, yes, it is a must get. I would highly recommend picking this guy up. Now, if you don't have a Green Goblin, perfect. It doubles. It doubles for multiple movie, comic, whatever. The glider is great, so very awesome. There's that. And then again, accessories are just jam-packed on this guy, especially the Willem Dafoe head. That is an excellent head sculpt. But really quickly, I'm going to go ahead and bring in some figures I've already looked at. Go ahead and bring in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man that we've already had a look at. go ahead and pop his head off quick so I can attach his unmasked head. Go ahead and do that quick. So that way, if you want Spider-Man versus Green Goblin, you can. Go ahead and set Toby right there. That was going to happen. And then previously had a look at Sandman here a while back. Sandman can go right there. And then, of course, we had from the 3-pack version, the Tom Holland integrated suit, which he fights Green Goblin at the end of No Way Home. So I'm very happy that this does work. And then using the final swing suit head sculpt, you can put that on the final No Way Home, the integrated suit from No Way Home, and it just sits there. It sits loosely on there, but it still fits on there. So out of all of them, there are all the Spider-Man related figures from this wave. The only two I'm missing now are Doc Ock and MJ. MJ I'm going to pick up at a later point. But Doc Ock, I'm probably going to review him sometime, I would say late March, early April, middle of April maybe. I'm just going to see. My Target hasn't gotten any of these yet, so I'm sure that they're going to be popping up shortly. So, again, thank you for watching my review, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this review. As always, I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care.